This video is for chiropractors who want to see exactly what an AI receptionist looks like in a chiropractic clinic. I'm showing you a live demo right now, the Jane App integration, how it looks and books in with new patients, and then at the end, you'll know whether this is right for you with nothing held back. We're going to get through this in the next 7 minutes max, but first, let's quickly watch a demo.
Thanks for calling Align Chiropractic. This is Sam. How can I help you today?
Hi Sam, my back's gone again and I'm in a ton of pain. Is there any chance of getting in today, please?
That sounds rough. Let's get that sorted for you. Can I get your name?
Yeah, it's Robert Redford.
Thanks, Robert. Try to avoid sitting for long stretches. Gentle movement is better than going stiff. Ibuprofen following the pack instructions can help in the meantime. Well, the next thing is we're going to get you booked in for an assessment with one of our chiropractors. But before I do that, how did it start? Was it a specific moment like lifting something, or did it build up gradually? I'll pass this on to the chiropractor before you come in.
Yeah, it went yesterday morning. I was lifting a box and I just had a sharp pain in my lower back, so it's hard to stand straight.
Oh, got it. That's helpful to know. And we can definitely help with that. Our practice has been treating patients in the local area for 12 years, handling everything from acute injuries and sports rehab to pregnancy care, family chiropractic, and ongoing maintenance. We've got a 4.8 star rating on Google and Yelp. And getting you feeling better and moving properly is what we do. And the best number to reach you on?
I think this one's fine, 310-993-1667.
In terms of your back going like that, we want to get you seen as soon as we can. Here are the earliest slots for today, on the 12th of May at 1:30 p.m., 4 p.m., or 6 p.m. Do any of those work for you?
Yeah, can we book in for 6 o'clock today?
Perfect. I just need your email so we can send you the booking confirmation. What's the best email for you?
robert.r@gmail.com.
Thank you. So that's robert.r@gmail.com, right? You're all set for today at 6 p.m. We'll send the confirmation to your email and text your number as well. Is there anything else before I let you go?
No, that's great. Thank you so much. And I'll get a text confirmation, right?
Yep, you'll get a text confirmation and an email too. Take it easy till then, and we'll see you at 6. Have a good one.
Thanks so much. Cheers. And as you can see, the confirmation went in for 6 o'clock today, got booked directly into the calendar. And then any adjustments, all that information will get sent directly over to your CRM, as well as them getting a text confirmation, your team getting a text confirmation. And then obviously this is updated on true availability.
As you can see from the caller rang, and when the front desk didn't pick up on the fourth ring, the agent answered. It went back and forth with the customer, collected their details, gave them some social proof, and booked them straight into an appointment. You can see the appointment then landed on the calendar, and we then send this appointment and the lead information straight into your CRM with something called a webhook. And not to worry, we handle all of the integration across every CRM. This is a very straightforward process, and once that's booked in, we also have an automation set up so that you as the business owner or your team get a confirmation text of the scheduling, as well as the customer getting a confirmation of the booking too. Every business runs their flow slightly differently, and a big benefit of working with us directly is we can customize this for you however you like. So if you want more text, less text, you want emails, whatever it is, we can customize it in the setup. Now, if you've watched this and want to have a real chat about getting this set up for your business so that whenever anyone on your team can't answer the phone, you can still schedule this job, click the link in the description down below. Now let's jump into what else this agent is able to do. So the agent we built does 4 things really well. Firstly, it answers every call that comes in after the 4th ring. So it doesn't matter if it's the middle of the day, if it's the evening, if it's the weekend, a public holiday. The call gets picked up if you can't answer. It has a real conversation with the patient, it figures out what they're calling about, and it gets the appointment booked into your CRM before the call ends. And on top of that, you'll have noticed that the agent on that call, it asks a couple of questions up front. You may have your own specific questions you always want to ask every caller, and we can train the agent to ask exactly those every single call. Second is that every web inquiry that comes through, whether that's your new patient form on your website, a Facebook ad, or anywhere else, they get called back automatically within 30 seconds. So if a patient fills in your form, they're getting a call back from the virtual receptionist before they've had a chance to try their next clinic on the list. This means you're going to book a lot more appointments. Third is that everything goes straight into your CRM directly. So the appointment gets created, the patient details get logged, the appointment type and timing gets put in correctly, and the confirmation goes out automatically. There's nothing your front desk has to manually process. It all just happens in the background, ready for when you or your team walks in the next morning. If you want to triage patients patients later and cancel appointments, you can also do that too afterwards, but we book everything in at least so you can capture more of the calls that are coming in. And lastly, you can also have your own dedicated clinic number that handles texts as well as calls. Patients text these days just as much as they call, and this thing handles both on the same line. So your team can still grab the call if they're around, but if not, it only steps in when no one's available to pick up the phone. So here's what's actually going on out there. Around 45% of booking requests for chiro clinics come in during the evenings and weekends. And you know this, nearly half of your potential patients are trying to reach you outside of business hours. And when you actually think about who's calling at those times, it's usually someone in pain. Their back went out on Saturday morning, their neck's been stiff for 3 days, and finally tipped them over on Sunday afternoon. They slept wrong and they can't turn their head. These patients aren't browsing options or comparing reviews. They're in real discomfort and they want in as soon as possible. They're calling one clinic, then the next, and whichever one actually answers is going to get the appointment. The others, they're just going to get nothing. And honestly, the kicker is a patient who finds a chiropractor they trust doesn't just come in once. They come back and back and back. So the first call is worth a lot more than just one session. In addition, allowing your opening hours on your Google Business profile to be 24 hours because you can actually answer those calls but only schedule in specific working hours that you're available means you're gonna get more business because you're gonna answer those calls and then you can book people in to when you're available. In addition, this is where the 30-second callback completely changes things too. The research on this is really clear. You're 21 times more likely to win a lead if you respond within the first 5 minutes versus 30 minutes. 21 more times, not slightly better, not twice as likely, 21 times. Most clinics are getting back to web inquiries the same day at best, or often the next morning. But by then, the patient, they have a sore back. They've already found a clinic already on the weekend that answered the call. The 30-second callback changes this completely. And if you've got any referral activity or any spend feeding website visits and form submissions, the return on what you're actually paying at the moment for shifts noticeably. So the speed is a real differentiator here, not your pricing, not your reviews, just speed. On the integration side of things, we work with all the major platforms used in the chiropractic space. So that's Jane App, ChiroTouch, Genesis Chiropractic, ClinicSense, Practice Fusion, Next Health, Weave, Theranest, Power Diary, Clinico, and a few others as well. Whatever your clinic is already running, these appointments go in exactly where they need to, and your front desk workflow doesn't have to change at all. We also offer a 30-day guarantee on this. So if you don't get a single patient booked in through the system in the first 30 days, you're going to get a completely full refund. We put it in writing from day one. And honestly, we've never had to actually use it, but we include it because you shouldn't have to take this on trust alone. The results should speak for themselves. And if they don't, you don't pay. And one thing worth being really clear on is that you're not building any of this yourself. You're not designing the agent, you're not writing prompts, you're not setting up the integrations, you're not touching a single piece of software. You just hop on a couple of calls with us. We ask you everything that we need to know about your clinic, and then we go away and build the entire thing end to end and integrate it properly into your CRM. Honestly, that's the main reason that clinics come to us rather than trying one of these tools themselves with all the AI tools that already exist and are floating around today. Because yeah, the tools are out there, but actually building an agent that holds a real good conversation, integrates cleanly with your CRM the way you want it to, and is reliable enough to put on real patient calls every single day is a completely different job. We do all of that so you don't have to even think about it. And if something breaks, you don't have to try and figure out how. The whole thing takes around 7 days from kickoff to going live. The first call is about an hour where we're going to walk through your appointment types, how your CRM is configured, how you want urgent calls handled differently from the routine bookings, all of that sort of stuff. And then we take about 10 days to actually build everything out, and you're going to get a week to test it yourself. You can call the number, you can run through different patient scenarios, and you can make sure that the tone flow feels right for your clinic. Then we flip it live. After the launch, you've then got direct access to us. So if there's a call type that isn't quite right, or a field in your CRM that needs adjusting, or anything that just isn't working how you want it to work, you can reach out to us and we will fix it. There's no support queue, there's no ticket system, just a direct line that you can quickly access us. The turnaround time is very quick, and that is the deal. I'm Harry, I run Voice Install. We build AI receptionist systems for chiropractic clinics and other clinic types. There's a setup fee, then a monthly after that, but there's no contracts, there's no lock-in apart from the guarantee. So if you want to see what this looks like running for your specific setup, the link's in the description down below. You can book a call and we'll walk exactly what this fix could look like for your business, for your clinic, and how you could make more money from it. Every call answered, every patient booked. Let's answer every call that comes into your clinic so you can book more appointments and make more money for your business.